friends, welcome back to Ouroboros Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is looking into why this person rejected you. And I have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Go ahead and pause this video if you need to. Take as much time as you need to find the pile that sits right with your energy as well as with your person's. And I will see you in a minute. Hello, pile 1. So today's pick a card reading is looking into why the person on your mind rejected you, why they ghosted you, why they rejected you, why they left you out or left you behind. However it's resonating for you, that's the energy we are looking into. And as always with all of my pick a card readings, I would like to offer a bit of a trigger warning. I'm only ever going to be honest about what it is that I'm seeing in the cards, but that doesn't mean that the message in the cards is directly a message for you. So please, first and foremost, always trust your own intuition, judgment, guidance, etc. first and foremost. So before we get into why they rejected you, I want to look into the energy of this person just to make sure that this is in fact your pile, and so that I'll have a better understanding of kind of what was going on between the two of you. And for that we have flying squirrel, and the key word is efficient. We also have the elephant, and we have tortoise, and the key word is longevity. Okay, so this person seems to have been somebody who showed up in this connection as, I would say somebody who's somewhat stubborn. Like, it doesn't seem like this was ever a person who was like very easygoing or willing to compromise. It seems like this was somebody who was very much set in their ways, as well as somebody who perhaps didn't feel as though there was an urgency to this connection, or didn't appear as though they felt as though this connection was on the top of their list when it comes to what they wanted to dedicate their energy to. It seems like this person was somebody who was in fact giving the bare minimum. Somebody who was very, very obstinate or unmovable in where they stood, where they were headed, where they wanted to go. And I feel as though this person created obstacles for themselves that perhaps made this connection more difficult than it needed to be, simply because of their stubbornness. I think for a lot of you, there's probably a feeling of like knowing deep within that what's going on between the two of you right now is happening for a reason, and there's a hidden blessing in disguise here. Like, it almost seems as though there's this element of having dodged a bullet, or of this person having really created a blessing for you in the future that perhaps you don't necessarily see right now. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. So if that resonates, if this sounds like your person, let's go ahead and get into why they rejected you. So I have some oracles already pulled. We're also going to get tarot. We'll get more oracles. We're also going to get channeled messages. And let's see what comes through. It's coming up on a year almost that I started this channel, which is really exciting, and I can't believe that it's growing, and it warms my heart. This is something that I really enjoy doing, and so if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I try to post videos very often, and for those of you who have already subscribed, thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get on into it. Why did pile 1's person reject pile 1? Okay, so we have the Hanged Man, the Star, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Magician, Why did pile 1's person reject them? And then we have the 7 of Swords. Okay. Why is the Hanged Man here? The 8 of Pentacles. Why is the Star here? Oh, okay. We have the 8 of Swords. Why is the 6 of Cups here? We have the 7 of Wands. Why is the Magician here? Okay, we have the Lovers reversed. And why is the 7 of Swords here? Why is the 7 of Swords here? We have the 3 of Wands. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Empress. We also have, for the 2 oracles that I've already pulled, we have Service and Victim. Okay, so why did this person reject you? I feel as though this person was, I feel as though a falling out happened. Like I don't necessarily feel as though this was something that just kind of like quietly faded away, this connection. It seems as though there was a conflict or a confrontation, a falling out of some kind, and it was over some sort of deception. It was over some sort of betrayal. And I think that this person was, I think it was this person who was not being honest, not being forthright about the I think this person had a very difficult time owning up to their transgressions, their mistakes. Like they owed you an apology with Service here and Victim, and then the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. I feel as though this person owed you an apology, and deep down inside they knew that you were owed this. They knew that what they had done was wrong. But there was defensiveness here. This person felt very defensive, and I get the feeling that they felt as though this connection, because of what had transpired between the two of you, this connection had really caused them to feel powerless in some sort of way. Like they didn't feel as though they could come back from whatever they did, and rather than try to make an effort, they didn't feel as though an apology would actually benefit them in any way, even though perhaps it had nothing to do with, like perhaps you didn't even necessarily want an apology so that you could continue this connection, but it would have been nice for them to acknowledge the wrongdoings that they had kind of placed on you. And it feels like they weren't thinking about genuinely what they had done wrong. They were more so thinking, this is an uncomfortable situation for me, and I can't get myself out of it. I can't get anything from this connection anymore, and so I'm going to go ahead and walk away. It seems like this person genuinely just didn't feel as though I think they felt overwhelmed. I think this person felt overwhelmed and realized the significant damage that they had done, but didn't want to actually look at themselves in the mirror, because then the hurt that they had caused you would also cause them pain. And so instead of taking action, instead of trying to right this wrong, they chose to walk away instead. I think that they're seeing you as somebody who deserves much better than them. And I feel as though them having rejected this connection, rejected you, was their way of trying to, I think that they're telling themselves that you deserve better, and that's their way of trying to justify their behavior, if that makes sense. Like, let's keep going. Let's see what else comes through. Why did pile 1's person reject pile 1? We have everything will be okay. We have can't be caught. Okay, we have green and we have dream travel. And on the back of the deck, we have puppet. Okay, so I think it's interesting that we have puppet as the bottom of the deck energy, because this is the same energy to me as the 7 of Swords. This is manipulative energy. And I think that there was a feeling of responsibility being placed on them, and it probably was rightfully so. And I think that they did not want to take responsibility, nor did they want to further this connection in an intimate way where perhaps there was commitment of some kind. This person seems to be somebody who doesn't want to have to face the feelings or the needs of others when it comes to connecting with others. And I think that this person was in a good enough place within their own life to where they felt as though if they were to leave, they would still feel okay. They would still have opportunities for them to grow, to prosper. And also I think that there was an understanding within them, or a belief within them, that if they were to change their mind, or if enough time has passed, they'd still be able to come back. So there's definitely an element here of them feeling as though they can reject you and still return at a later time. I know that's like really kind of rough to hear, harsh to hear, but that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing somebody who's very selfish. Let's keep going. Why did this person, it's too many. Why did pile 1's person, yep, here it is, selfish. I knew that was going to come out. You are wrapped up in your own desires. Try looking at and caring about the needs of others. Yeah, this person rejected you because they're selfish. And I think that this is something that is probably a cycle or a pattern for them, where they desire intimacy, they desire closeness, connection with others, but once they recognize that their behaviors, their actions have consequences when it comes to the feelings of others, that's when they kind of pull back. It overwhelms them because they're selfish. But that's what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and get some channeled messages. What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1? Okay, so we have, I'm not sure if we both feel the same way about each other. What does pile 1's person want to say? Something or someone is standing in between us right now. Yeah, I kind of get the, I do get the feeling with the 7 of Swords and with green and the Magician and the Lovers reversed, as though this person had something else lined up, perhaps. Yeah, incredibly selfish energy. Let's get one more. What does pile 1's person want to say to pile 1? I'm trying to make a very difficult decision and it involves you. Yeah, it feels like this person's rejection of you was not a permanent choice. Like they didn't have an intention of making this something permanent. It seems like they were just going with what they thought would benefit them the most, go with the easiest route, and then circle back to this at another time. And I think that with choice here, this is indicative of somebody who's realizing that this circling back may not be as easy as they had once thought it would be. Yeah, let's go ahead and get you guys some advice What advice does pile one's guides have? Do pile one's guides have for pile one when it comes to this connection? What advice is there for pile one? We have doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. We also have pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And we have perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Okay, so with this doubt card here, I feel as though for a lot of you, you may be really going over and over and over again in your head about what has happened, trying to figure out reasons as to why things happen the way that they did. And I think that this is a calling from your guides, from your highest self, to perhaps let those questions go for the time being. If you're watching lots of pick-a-card readings on this, or if you're pulling lots of tarot on your own, I think that this might be a calling to perhaps take a break from that for a while and put your energy elsewhere. Obviously, it's not a good feeling to be left out in the dark and to not understand why things are happening in a certain way. But I think what this card is reminding you is that in this instance, it doesn't necessarily matter why it's happening, because at the end of the day, it seems as though this is something that is working out in your favor, whether or not you see that currently. Like with this elephant card, that's kind of what I was picking up on, is a person who perhaps created obstacles or they appear to be obstacles, but they're not actually obstacles. They're ways in which the universe is redirecting you towards something else. And your guides are asking you to trust in this process and to not give up when it comes to what it is that you want. And that you're worthy, with pride here and perseverance. You're worthy of what it is that you want. And this person seems to be somebody who is unworthy. And obviously, if you have any other insights on these cards, you should first and foremost listen to that. Also, if you have insight, please feel free to comment in the comment section for everyone else who's picked pile one. I want this to be a place or a community in which we can comfort one another and give one another advice and insight in times which we feel confused. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys today, pile one. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so in my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box of this video. And I hope that you will subscribe so that I will have the opportunity to read for you in another video soon. Bye! Hi, pile two. So today's pick a card reading is looking into why the person on your mind rejected you. And this could be somebody who's ghosted you. This could be a connection that was much further along. However it resonates for you, we're looking into that aspect of rejection. And before we get into tarot, I have oracles here indicating how this person was kind of showing up energetically. And I also have more oracle cards to kind of give further insight into why this person did what they did. We're going to get more oracle cards, as well as shadow work cards and channeled messages, as well as advice. But as always, I'd like to offer a bit of a trigger warning. I'm only going to be honest about what it is that I see in the cards. And just because I'm honest about what I'm seeing doesn't necessarily mean that it is in fact your message. So it's really important to follow your own intuition and insight and judgment first and foremost. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So this person is showing up as butterfly, and the key word is change. We also have snake, and we have the starfish, and the key word is feeling. Okay, so it seems like at least towards the end of this connection, this person was somebody who was really focused on their own self-development, their own growth, their own healing, as well as perhaps even listening to their intuition more. It feels like they were becoming aware of perhaps the untapped potential within themselves that they had been ignoring or avoiding or hadn't even realized was available to them. And I get the feeling that this person may have been pulling away for some time, or like creating distance within this connection for some time. Excuse Lily. Hey, honey bun, can you please move? But yeah, this person seems to be somebody who's probably changing rapidly. And it was affecting this connection in some sort of way. So if that resonates, let's go ahead and pull tarot and see what comes through for why this person rejected you. So it's coming up on a year. It'll be a year on July 3rd from when I started this YouTube channel, and I'm so happy about how much it's grown, and this has seriously been so much fun and such a blessing to have this channel, to create this channel. So thank you to all of those who've subscribed, who've watched, who've commented. If you haven't subscribed already, I would love it if you did. I try to post videos very often. But yeah, let's go ahead and get on into it. And Lily is in a lot of the videos. She can be really rude, but also cute. I know everybody loves her. Lily, you need to move, please. Okay. Why did pile 2's person reject pile 2? Okay. So we have the 5 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. Why did pile 2's person reject pile 2? Okay, we have the Hermit, the 7 of Wands, they reject pile 2, and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Why is the 5 of Cups here? We have the World reversed. Why is the 2 of Swords here? We have Justice. Why is the Hermit here? We have the Star. Why is the 7 of Wands here? Okay, we have the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups and the 7 of Wands came out in pile 1 as well, clarifying one another. And why is the Queen of Pentacles here? We have the Ace of Wands. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay. And then let's go ahead and flip over the oracles that I've already pulled and see what comes through. We have Bittersweet, and we have Forgiveness. Okay. So why did this person reject you? I feel as though this person was really coming into their own in a way in which they hadn't before. There was like an element of self-discovery here, an element of recognizing that there were certain things that really needed to be healed or really needed to be changed in this person's own private emotional world. And it seems as though this person was really blocked to those changes for a while, and cycles continued to repeat themselves. And I feel as though this person really had a strong desire to actually do the work it would take to stop repeating patterns in their own life that were causing them their unhappiness. And they felt as though this was a journey that they had to take alone. And it wasn't an easy decision to make, is what I would say. It doesn't seem as though this person stopped caring for you by any means. It seems more so like this person recognized that it would not be fair to trek you along on this journey that was theirs and theirs alone. I still feel as though there was like a lot of like love and care here with this Six of Cups, but also I feel like one thing I'm picking up on is the sails of this boat in the background are being covered by butterflies, and then we have the butterfly here. And I feel like what this is saying is that this person felt as though this rejection, by rejecting you, they were loving you and protecting you and allowing you to find the path that would give you the most joy. And this person didn't feel as though it was them anymore. And I think that there's a feeling of them beating themselves up or being really at odds with themselves right now for their decision, and they're really needing to forgive themselves, and they're hoping that you can forgive them too. But at the end of the day, they felt as though you deserved so much more than what they could give. And also I feel as though they truly felt as though they owed it to themselves to allow themselves this time and this journey. But let's keep going. Let's grab some more oracles and see what else comes through. Why did pile 2's person reject pile 2? Okay, we have the one who hides the sun, the all-knower, cosmic exploration, and repopulation. Yeah, and then on the back of the deck we have the puppet, which was also the back of the deck energy for pile 1. But I think it's interesting because the message, so we had the Six of Cups and the Seven of Wands come out for pile 1, and it was a completely different message than what I'm seeing here. Like the message for pile 1 was that their person recognized that they owed them an apology and they were unwilling to step up to the plate and make things right. They were too overwhelmed. They felt defensive. But here it feels more so like an energy of somebody recognizing that there's still love here, and there's difficulty in letting this connection go, but it's the most loving thing that they could possibly think of. And with the puppet here for pile 1, it was more of an energy of manipulation, whereas here it feels more so like this person was making an effort to free both of you from the strings that you had attached to one another so that you could truly expand. And I see expansion here with cosmic exploration as well. I feel like this person felt as though you both deserved this opportunity to find what truly makes you happy with repopulation here. Especially you. I feel like they are viewing this rejection as something that was going to give you the opportunity to become as expansive and abundant as possible. And with the one who hides the sun and the all-knower, I think that this person really recognized that whatever it is, whatever changes they're going through, whatever path they're choosing to take is a path that is going to be very, very heavy for them, very, very much full of sadness or of like having to look at things that they haven't necessarily wanted to acknowledge or give nurturance to in a really long time. And they just know this. They know that this is going to be a painful experience, although the benefits of it in the end, the benefits of working through things that need to be healed in the end is going to be really powerful. It still doesn't take away the fact that there's going to be discomfort in the process. Let's keep going. Let's go ahead and get a shadow work card. Why did pile 2's person reject them? We have compulsive behaviors. Identify your internal feelings. What are you looking to control or feel for the moment? Yeah, I think that this person for the longest time has been in an avoidance, not necessarily in an avoidant type of energy when it comes to intimacy and connecting with others, but an avoidance when it comes to connecting with themselves. And I feel as though they're finally willing to admit this or accept this and try to break that cycle within themselves. But that's what I'm seeing. Let's go ahead and pull some channeled messages and see what comes through. What does pile 2's person want to say to pile 2? What does pile 2's person want to say to pile 2? Okay, that's too many. We'll take the top one. Big happy changes are coming when you least expect it. What does pile 2's person want to say to pile 2? You are the only one. Feeling trapped pushes me away. Please give me some space. And I tried my best to move on, but I can't seem to let you go. So I think that like one thing that's coming through, obviously take these as they resonate for you. But with big happy changes are coming when you least expect it, I feel as though this is them affirming or confirming that they are working on becoming a better person, on becoming a happier person. And I think that this "you are the only one" card, as well as "I can't seem to let you go," is them really wanting you to know that this wasn't a decision that was easy for them. And they saw your value, your worth, and they have really strong feelings for you. And that doesn't just go away. But there is a need for space, for freedom right now, so that they can navigate through some of these things. Let's go ahead and get some advice for you. What advice is there for pile 2? What do pile 2's guides want pile 2 to know? We have surrender. I can release my need to control. It's really interesting because the first card that came out for pile 1 was doubt, and it was also about releasing the need to control. And I feel like this is very much the same message. I think that like, if this is a very specific message, but if there is, it's obviously very difficult to connect with someone on such a deep level and then to have things change so suddenly, or to have things not go in the way that you had hoped or had envisioned for yourself. And at times this can bring about confusion, or really wanting to get down to the reasons as to why things happened, or ruminating, or perhaps watching too many pick-a-card readings on YouTube. And I feel as though this card is encouraging you to really start surrendering to what's to come, as well as practicing acceptance for what is. That's the biggest message that's coming through for me with that card. Let's see. What do pile 2's guides want them to hear? Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Surrender and freedom kind of have the same energy of this like releasing yourself from things that are no longer serving you. I think this is a call to release the thoughts, or I mean, like, and obviously that can be very difficult, and there shouldn't necessarily be judgment around the thoughts that kind of pop into your head about like how you feel hurt or anything like that. But more so it's like an encouragement to observe like kind of what is holding you back, and to try to find ways in which to allow that to be released so that you can move forward and be free. What do pile 2's guides? Oops, oh, that flew out. Let's see. It's loneliness. Yeah. I know that I am never alone. I feel like this card here is your guides and the universe and your ancestors just giving you a huge hug right now. It's just wrapping you in love. And I think also this might be encouragement to reach out to those who do love you, if there is loneliness here. We also have on the back of the deck, gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. This gratitude card always reminds me of, what is it called? The Magic. It's a book that is very similar to The Secret, but it's a journey of gratitude. It's really interesting, and I would definitely recommend it for gratitude practices. But pile 2, that is what I'm seeing for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated, I would love to hear about how in the comment section. If you have any insight or comfort or advice for others who have picked pile 2, please feel free to put that in the comments as well. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so in my Etsy shop. And I hope that I will have the chance to read for you in another video soon. Bye! Hi pile 3. So today's pick a card reading is looking into why the person on your mind rejected you. And this could be having to do with somebody who's ghosted you, or perhaps something that was more long-term. However it resonates for you. This is what we're looking into today. I have oracles here to show us kind of who they were showing up as during this connection. I also have oracles already pulled to kind of further clarify why they rejected you. We're going to pull tarot as well, get more oracle cards, get some shadow work cards, as well as some channeled messages and advice. And as always, with my pick a card readings, I'd like to offer a bit of a trigger warning. I'm only ever going to be honest about what it is that I am seeing in the cards, but just because I'm being honest about what I'm seeing in the cards doesn't mean that it is your message. So please use your own insight, judgment, inner guidance first and foremost before mine or anybody else's. But with that being said, we have Tiger, and the key word is disposition. We have Phoenix, and we have Hippopotamus, and the key word is immerse. So this person to me seems like somebody who was rebuilding or restarting their life. It could be that they had recently gotten out of a long-term relationship or an ending of some kind. Perhaps this was even like in their career, or perhaps they had just moved. Whatever the case may be, there was like a restart here, an opportunity to kind of pick up the pieces and make something new out of it. And that is kind of the energy that this person was in. It seems like this person was somebody who was all in. And it could have appeared, or it could be that this person was all in when it came to this connection, was really excited about where this connection was going to head, or it could be that this person was all in when it came to life and putting themselves wholly and completely into any connection or activity that they decided to take part in. However, I think that this person didn't necessarily realize that like for instance, if this person had moved, I don't think that they had given thought to the phrase, wherever you go, there you are. It seems like this person was trying to start over, yet they weren't necessarily looking at their own patterns when it comes to where they're at, where they're headed, how they interact with the world. It seems like they were more so focused on exterior things that they could change rather than internal things that they could change. And so this person seems to be somebody who perhaps was a little bit stubborn. If not stubborn, definitely somebody who had their own take on life and was very unique in that way, but also I think that there was, I think that there could have been like an element of like not necessarily looking at themselves entirely or being stubborn in some way. So if that resonates, let's go ahead and look into the tarot and see what comes through. And we're going to be asking why this person rejected you. It's coming up on a year. On July 3rd, it will be 1 year since I started this channel, and I'm really, really thrilled with how far it's come, how much I feel like I've grown. It's something that brings me a lot of joy. I love doing these readings for you guys and sharing this with others. So thank you to those who have already subscribed to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. I do post videos fairly often, mostly about love, but no contact, and also insight, like messages from your guides, things like that, I post as well. Okay, let's go ahead. One more shuffle. Why did pile 3's person reject pile 3? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Cups. Why did pile 3's person reject pile 3? We have the Star. I believe the Star has come out for every single group this time around. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? We have the Seven of Wands. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Why is the Nine of Cups here? We have the Three of Swords. And then why is the Star here? We have the Four of Wands. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Four of Cups. Okay. And then the oracles that I've already pulled, we have creation and we have passion. Okay. Why did this person reject you? This is interesting. Like one thing that's coming through fairly strongly, because we have passion here. We have a lot of pentacles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentacles. I get the feeling that this person I feel as though this person realized that this connection had reached its point, like it was going as far as it would. I think that this person may have been looking in the future, like envisioning what your connection would look like if there was a future, and it didn't seem to be in alignment with what it was that they truly wanted. I sense that like there was a level of comfort here, as well as a level of care for one another, but I don't necessarily see like a lot of things indicating that there was like an immense amount of passion here. It seems like it was much more grounded, and I think that one thing that this person was looking for was something perhaps like a little bit more exciting. And I don't mean that in a way in which like you were boring. What I mean by that is I'm taking this from the energy that this person was showing up in, and it seems like this person wasn't necessarily ready to settle down. It seems like this person was just getting started, or was like just gaining momentum when it came to their own expansion, when it came to their own realizations about who they are. And I think that they felt as though this connection was heading in a place where it was going to become much more stable, much more grounded. And I feel like they felt a little worried that this was going to take away from their own expansion. I don't think that this person was really ready to commit or settle down to a connection. It seems like this person was committed to themselves and did not want to give up on their hopes and dreams. I feel as though they saw you as somebody who was worthy of everything it is that you had wanted or do want, but I don't think that they felt as though they wanted to, or they were ready to give that to you. I think that there's an element here with the Star and the Four of Wands of wanting that in the future, but they're not anywhere close to being ready. And I think they realized there was unfairness in that. Yeah. Let's get some more oracles and see what else comes through. Why did pile 3's person reject pile 3? Okay, we have smother, yeah, and we have the gallery of those who came before. We also have no one is yours but you, and in between worlds. Yeah, and then on the back of the deck we have spirits to guide you. It just didn't feel right to them. It didn't feel, something didn't click entirely. Like there was nothing innately wrong. Like I'm not seeing something indicating that like this person was like tired of fighting. I mean, like that could be the case, but that's not what's showing up here. What's showing up here is somebody who was in a transitionary period with in between worlds and spirits to guide you. This person was in a period of transition and wasn't intending on making a long-term commitment. This person seems to be somebody who is enjoying their freedom and felt as though this connection was going to be something that might take that away. And I think that there's still healing going on as well. I think that a part of this transitionary period has to do with them still reflecting on their past, reflecting on things that have come before this connection, and until they process all of this and kind of come back to themselves, they're not going to be ready. But let's go ahead and also get some shadow work, or a shadow work card. Why did pile 3's person reject pile 3? Superficial. Yeah. Superficial. You care too much about outward appearances. Start with your inner work, your value, your self-esteem, your personality. Yeah. It seems like this person is wanting more surface level connections at the moment. And like the tiger energy was showing me, where it seems like they haven't necessarily looked at themselves yet. I think that that's kind of what's happening. They're avoiding looking at themselves. They want things that are surface level, that don't necessarily require them to be reflective. But let's go ahead and get some channeled messages. What does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? We have, I'm distracted right now. We also have, so much has happened between us in the past. Can we work through it again? You're the missing puzzle piece that makes me feel that I'm right where I belong. And the key word for this is home, and this is kind of giving me the energy of the Star and the Four of Wands. Like there's a recognition that this could be something very stable and long-lasting, but they're just like not in the headspace right now for that. It's not something, they see the potential, but they also know that like in the current moment, it's not really what they want. Okay. And then we have, honestly, I pretend to be someone I'm not because being vulnerable feels uncomfortable. Yes, there is that superficial energy. Let's go ahead and pull some advice before we close out this reading. What advice is there for pile 3? What do their guides want them to hear right now when it comes to this connection? What do pile 3's guides want them to hear? Fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. And love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And then on the back of the deck, we have death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So what I'm getting from these cards is that your guides are kind of encouraging you to explore the idea of letting this connection go. And if there's resistance to that idea, explore what fears are holding you back from this. Because you deserve happiness and love. And it might be beneficial to ask yourself whether or not this connection is bringing you these two things at the current moment. But that's what I'm seeing for you. And obviously, if you have an interpretation of your own, you should listen to that before mine. But also feel free to comment what you have gained from these advice cards or any insight from your connection in pile 3 with others who have chosen this pile as well. Feel free to comment and share your insights, your comfort. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so in my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box of this video. And I hope that I will have the opportunity to read for you in another video soon. Bye.